Memorial events in Tucson this weekend will mark the first anniversary of the deadly attack on Representative Gabrielle Giffords. People had to leave their homes because of a train wreck in northern Indiana. For the first time in nearly 50 years, a new head coach will lead Penn State's football program. And Joe, a driver near Seattle was recently busted for using a plastic skeleton to use the HOV lane. You heard? The Republican presidential contenders have a very busy weekend ahead of them in New Hampshire. Just days ahead of the state's primary on Tuesday, they have a full day of rallies across the state before they face off in a debate tonight in Manchester. America's Got Talent host Nick Cannon may leave the hospital soon. At least that is what his wife, singer Mariah Carey, is tweeting. A man found what could be a World War II plane while scuba diving. Now his phone is ringing off the hook. Here's a look. Billy Crystal has kind of been missing in action since he last hosted the Oscars in 2004, so the Academy got a little help poking fun at that. Josh Duhamel, Megan Fox, you saw, and Robin Williams all showed up in that trailer. This will be Billy Crystal's 9th time hosting the Oscars.
Yeah, there was a lot put into that trailer, so hopefully all the hosting duties will be that good as well.
He's great. He's my favorite, so I'm looking forward to it. We're talking about sports now. The NFL playoffs show will begin in a few short hours. I'm counting it down. I know 1 million of you will be watching, Joe, right?
At least 1 million. I mean, this is a pretty big deal because he wants to play a little more
picking football over the Paso Doble, right?
Paso Doble.
Joe, thanks.
You bet.
Devotion, turning on the nighttime into the day.
Check this out. Johnny Weir will now be sporting a permanent gold medal, a wedding band. He married his... How about this? A library sent police to ask a 5-year-old to return her overdue library books. She's just fresh off a strong showing in Iowa. Rick Santorum is seeing a surge in popularity, and so in Tennessee, some National Guard members are finally celebrating the new year with their families. Those are some of the headlines we're following on Weekend Express. Great to see you. I'm Susan Hendricks. A Texas teenager who was mistakenly deported to Colombia. Joran Vandersloot's trial in 21-year-old Stephanie Flores' death is delayed until Wednesday. We found that out yesterday. Northern California is hoping for a whole lot of snow this winter. Officials in Florida, 3 armed men stormed into a jewelry store ready to stuff their bags with gold and silver. They were, some parents in California have to put their kids back into car or booster seats, a new law. Now, the new law is closer to federal highway safety recommendations. 5 other states have already passed similar laws. A new study backs up an earlier recommendation that warned against annual prostate cancer screenings. In a nutshell, it says this: the screenings don't save lives. The study's main author says the harm outweighs the benefits of the screening, called PSA tests. Even the American Cancer Society's chief medical officer thinks the tests lead to unnecessary treatment. This latest study echoes a similar warning from last October against PSA tests as well. The restaurant says it has fewer than 30 seats, and it's saving those for their customers. Clark Howard is your HLN money expert, and HLN is the only place where you can get his great money-saving tips every day. Today, a new way scammers are using Facebook to go after the elderly.
Answer.
Yeah, that would scare you, though. You walk out of your house and you see that. How about this? Tiger Woods, we're talking about his ex-wife, Elin. She's having some work done, right, on her house, starting fresh, starting new.
This is a new beginning. It's a fresh start for Elin, and good for her. She deserves the fresh start.
Standing on the beach and the wave kind of sweeps you up really quick.
It's what happened last year. Several people were injured because of that. So this year they're putting them way back. They're not even allowed to stand on the beach anymore.
It's a good idea. Joe, thanks. Your kids might get better grades in school if they get more exercise. Talk about close quarters. This couple lives. Check this out. Johnny Weir will now be sporting a permanent gold medal, a wedding band. He married his partner. How about this? A library sent police to ask a 5-year-old to return her overdue library books. She's just fresh off a strong showing in Iowa. Rick Santorum is seeing a surge in popularity, and so are in Tennessee. Some National Guard members are finally celebrating the new year with their families.